Alright, I'm going to try to do this with this thing on so y'all can see how I clean these trout. I mean, it's not like people don't know how to clean fish, but I'm going to get in the water. Because this is how I do this, is I get in the water and I pull the boat over and I clean it on the back of the boat so it's easy to clean off. My wife bought me this really nice board and it's absolutely wonderful. The problem is it's kind of small. So I pull the boat over here, and again, I hope y'all can see this because I'm just going to hope that this works. Because again, this chest thing, as you can see from the video when I caught the fish, I'm still checking this out. So anyway, I set these things on the back, get them cleaned off. Again, I don't keep these fish unless I get them in the gill or like I'm gonna have trout for supper tonight. Normally I give them a big kiss and turn them back. So beautiful brown. And anyway, it's gonna be delicious. So I'm hoping this will work. If it doesn't, sorry about the angle of view and blah 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 blah. It's just kind of tough to do this with this camera around my neck. And again, I'm still getting used to it. So anyway, it's easier always to do the left side of the fish for me because I'm right-handed. I'm ambidextrous, but the whole point of that is I do the harder side first, because in that way the easy side, when you have half the fillet, half the fish is gone, is a lot easier to do the easy side than it is to do the hard side when you have some meat still left. So we're going to take and we're going to cut this right here. Right there's a hard part right there. It's the same on every fish. I'm going to cut that down like so. I'm going to flip this thing over. I used to clean, I don't know how many fish a day when I was in Alaska, but I've slowed down some. Plus trying to see this, and then we're going to take this and we're going to run it right down the backbone. And you don't want to waste any of that meat right there, because that's a good stretch of meat right there. So we're going to, hopefully this is showing up on here. And if it doesn't, I apologize ahead of time. And you're going to notice that this, and then I'm going to run this right through there, and then I'm going to work it along that backbone so that see how I'm staying in front of, hard to do it, staying right on the top of those fins, and I'm going to take it. Now don't cut it off. I'm going to get it right there and stop. Then I come back up here, and I'm not too worried about bones in this because the way I'm going to cook it on the fire, the bones will separate from the meat. It's not like I'm frying a bass where you don't want any bones in there. But I'm still just taking that knife, and you can hear it running right down the rib cage. And then you got to get right through here. And you can see I hope you can see that. So yeah, we're just going to go right down here. We always check the gut to see what they're eating too, because that's a big thing. If you guys fly fish and you start checking and see what they're eating, it'll help you out. So anyway, so we got this right here. We're going to trim the belly right down the middle right there, and it is a female. And she's got eggs in her. Well, that's kind of, dang it. I figured she'd spawned out. So yeah. So then, again, I hope this is working. So you can see that I have that fillet done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this out on the edge of the boat like so. I'm going to hang the fish off the boat and grab it by the tail right here. And then I'm going to take this knife, and you don't want to cut through that skin. You just want to kind of start feeding it down there and then pull the skin to you. Just let that work along the knife, and you want it on an edge like this because see, I can work that right down the edge of this. And you got to be careful when you get to the end of it that you don't drop the fillet in the water like that. Oh crap. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. God. See, this is what happens when you get old and you can't move, and then you get it all dirty. So anyhow, I kind of messed that up a little bit. Because again, this camera, holy mackerel, it's awesome in a sense, but it's also a pain in the butt. So again, you can see we have a nice fillet taken off of that. That's all rib meat. Didn't waste anything. Set that back up there. I gotta trim this little bit of skin off here. And again, it wouldn't matter if I left this on there, because when I cook it tonight, that skin will come right off. So, anyway, there's one nice fillet. Clean it off, get the blood out of it. And then we got a baggie out, but of course it's not right here where we left it, because that would make things too easy, because I had a baggie. Anyway, we'll set it on the board here. And then we'll do the other side. And again, this is the easier side, because now it's easier to cut it. So the same thing, I'm gonna start right there, cut through, down like that. Make sure you get all the way to the backbone, and then start cutting down this backbone here. The guys in Alaska, when I used to clean fish, man, I could haul butt with this. But now it just kind of hurts my back to be bent over. It's not fun anymore. And again, the camera sucks. I'm not a big fan of this. I can tell you now, this camera thing isn't going to work for me, I don't think. Because you guys just aren't getting the, you can't really see what the hell's going on. Because it's cockeyed. I mean, there's no way for me to grab the camera. But anyway, I guess that's what it's all about, though, is making mistakes. And again, you really don't want to cut through that skin at the base, because if you do, you don't have anything to hang on to skin it. And again, this is hard to do when you got a camera in your face. But see how I tucked that tail over the edge of the boat, and now I got a flat surface to pull that skin off with. And the carcass, we're going to hang on to it, because I'm going to go throw it in a hole over here that I'm going to catfish later. So there we go. See, that one went perfect, because that side's always easier. And again, we're going to hang on to her, but let's see what she was eating. Because there's some eggs, unfortunately. There's her gullet. And I almost bet you there's a crawdad in there, and probably a river minnow or two. So there, see the yellow jackets are already on my doggone get off of there. So I got two nice fillets. And I had a baggie. And again, I don't know where the hell the baggie went. Probably blew off in the water, just because that's my luck. Or I left it up there, but I have some in the boat here. So, we always come prepared to clean a fish. Or we'll just use this bag here. This will work. That's why I save my ice bags, because they make great, if I was out fishing all day and I caught a fish and was going to keep it, I would just take and put the fish in the cooler hole in one of these. And they're a lot easier to clean after they've been in the cooler a little bit too. But there we go, two nice fillets. Goes in the bag. We're going to tie this up so it doesn't get fish all over everything in the cooler. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the cooler up at camp. That's how we clean a fish. And again, that thing I'm going to take and chuck over in a hole right over there, because I'm going to catfish that probably today. I got some earthworms and stuff. I'll save some of this meat and chunk this up. Anyway, that's how I clean a fish. We'll cook it tonight, and I'll go through that recipe again on a video so it'll be saved. Y'all can see it. Sorry about the bouncy camera work.